I'm Jeff,
I'm Sean.
and welcome to our YouTube channel, Control Alt Delete. Today we're going to talk to you guys a little bit about AI and what you can say to AI and what responses you're going to get back.
They're gonna be good.
Just stay tuned, guys.
So I was thinking that we could ask ChatGPT things like, how do I function with my fatherly duties while I'm working? All right. So questions, topics. Okay.
So what do you think of AI so far?
I like it. It writes my emails.
Yeah.
It does write my emails. I love the AI for helping me write script like Python, reading my syntax errors. Whenever I'm doing some SQL, CCL for Cerner, helps me find those gaps. But what I really like it for is providing appropriate responses in a professional manner. I always say, write this business casual, and then I type out what I want to say, and it really highlights the important areas that I want my employer or my client or my somebody that I want to communicate with in a meaningful way.
Yeah, it does a great job doing those types of things. As we can see right here, guys, it's doing a fabulous job putting together an email response. Again, I think AI is a great tool. I definitely also think it's just based upon who's behind the computer using it as well, guys.
It makes your work life a little easier. I've utilized it a lot in work. Creating agendas, taking out.
We need two dollies out here.
Yes.
I don't know how to another dolly.
Okay.
Get it, then.
Okay.
Get it out of my room.
I'll come back and see you later.
Get it. Get
Okay.
it.
Give me 5.
Get it, Sean.
5 minutes.
Get it.
Okay. Love you.
Go get it.
Okay.
Out of my room. I'm gonna come in the house.
To keep
Come back here.
Come in the house, please.
Come in here.
Come on.
I'm in here.
Come on.
You better get it before I spank you. I'm gonna get it.
But look, it does a great job.
Oh, keeping children out of your videos while working from home can be challenging.
You better get up.
Set a schedule.
You better get up.
Yep,
don't
set
wanna
a
be
schedule. You're
So,
breaking.
ma'am.
You're breaking our schedule.
We have a calendar
Yeah,
set up in your.
you got a calendar.
Get it, Sean.
But you got a calendar invite. Oh, okay.
You can hear me now. Okay. Well, wait, sir. Wait. Let me get my puff in first.
Oh, you're good. I can cut this out. um,
Welcome to the dark side.
welcome to the dark side. All right, so we asked ChatGPT how to keep your kids out of your YouTube videos because obviously we have kids in our YouTube video, which is
More of mine than yours, I think. Yeah.
But there's some other controversy, Sean, about AI and AI generated responses. You kind of told me earlier that you liked the AI because it was good for your work and you utilized it a lot with work, which is great.
But I got caught. Doing it because somebody said, "Hey, was that an AI response?" I was like, "How'd you know?" Like, because we could tell that there was a couple words that were used redundantly or repetitively. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll have to proofread it next time a little further. But yeah, so it could be a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it though. I think it's going to cause a lot of issues within like your workplace and like your normal job day in and day out usage. I mean, I don't think employers are going to like it. I think employers are going to
No,
hate
they're
it.
not gonna like it. There's too much light on it. If there wasn't so much light on it, they would think that it was like legit me. Man, he's good.
Well, that
But
and
yeah,
also don't forget the fact that like just in some of our clips, some of the AI generated responses don't generate. They just don't populate in a response because the AI picks and
no
chooses
failed.
what it will respond to. I mean, what do you
Yeah.
think about that?
Well, I don't like that. So that's where people are coming in and creating their own APIs and their own apps to facilitate whatever response they want. Because ChatGPT is utilizing the GPT-4 platform or GPT-3, 3.5, and 4. So ultimately, it's they're putting that layer of security there to not answer those questions. You can remove that layer by creating your own platform that integrates.
But do you think that removing that is a good idea for the you know
For the mass public,
generalized
no. For
population?
the individual, yes.
Maybe that's something Chat GPT should look into. Is like, hey, if you work for like an IT security business or a law firm or something like that, maybe be able to have some added subscription to remove those layers of security so people can search for whatever they need to search for with AI.
Yeah, yeah, like a military contract or something like that. It says, hey, how do I, file down this pin to, make this an automatic weapon or something like that. So yeah, I mean, should that be removed? Yeah, I think that should be. Uh, was OpenAI should go ahead and facilitate some options potentially for depending on
Maybe
your
if it was
subscription
like
level.
a government entity or something. Yeah.
You got government like penetration hacking or testing, cybersecurity company, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, hey, we really got to test out our new firewall, or we got to test our new policy. Let's help me fact check this because that's what they're doing. They're utilizing OpenAI to do like lab results and stuff. So I mean, realistically, that's not ChatGPT. That's just the AI itself. So people are utilizing it, integrating into other applications they're creating. But Microsoft, I think, just poured in like 10 billion into their Bing one, and we know it's going to be secured down like crazy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's kind of like having an explicit Siri or an explicit Hey Google. Uh, I want the explicit version, not explicit in a bad way, but like explicit, like I want this to be unfiltered. Like the raw, like ChatGPT raw. There you go. There's the new tagline for it. ChatGPT raw. Already got it
What,
covered.
how do you feel about the integration of GPT into some of the different other platforms like Teams and
I don't like it.
Google?
I don't like it. If we let everybody know our tricks and secrets, then that's the problem. Then we'll be expected to be Superman at work, and I want you to think I'm Superman without you actually providing the Superman qualities for me. So that I know that sounds kind of odd, but ultimately I don't want people to. If it becomes common use, it might not be as usable or friendly, and it would take a lot of man hours and input to actually make it meaningful and useful. I don't want it to read my emails, but I would like OpenAI, like we had an idea to do the HL7. I wanted, well, that's actually not even the OpenAI. That was just us creating some Python code. So, but could AI convert my HL7 message into something that looks appropriate for me and bring out and say, okay, I got an email with HL7 message. Hey, which one's the patient demographics or which one is MS4 or whatever it is? And, almost like communicate with a little chat bot on the side inside of the actual message and email or whatever.
Right? I mean, even more so. I mean, what about the whole putting Chat GPT inside of other things? I mean, like now they've got roving robots, that is based off of generated AI. I mean, they've got the artificial intelligence game has definitely stepped up to a point where it's exceeding a lot of expectations. And I think you're right. I think honestly, in the next like few years, it's not going to be one of those things like, oh, it's AI and it's useful as a tool because now we can utilize this AI as a tool to help us in our everyday jobs, whether it be working in IT or working in construction or whatever. But now it's going to be, oh, AI is just AI and everybody's got it, everybody uses it. It's just going to be the new norm.
Yeah, like a quality check. Like I built something, I want to run it through AI to see if it works well. You mean, kind of like Power Automate. I'm using Power Automate, and I can
Right.
do a little flow check. I wanted to check my script, my logic, my whatever, my build. Give me a check. And the only way to do that is you got to really import the library or the tables so that it can. So pretty much you have to really create your own repository, or not repository, but own library of table or cell or tabled information so that you can call back on it. And I don't want to make my own right now, but it'd be nice if I could go and grab like Cerner's tables, slip them into my own, my application that I create, and then put the GPT inside of it, and say, okay, now write me a SQL script that's like CCL to call this back and create me an update statement to modify this. That's what I would find useful for, because you're paying people $100 an hour to do this right now when AI can do it, but we got to find a way to make it easy and useful.
What does that do for the jobs? What does that do for the common American with their jobs? I mean,
You
if
got to
AI
break
can
it down.
do
You got to say what's safety? What's the safest way to do it? If we spend less money on doing these things, we can provide more money on these resources that are better, opening up those opportunities. Or realistically, that's where the government should come in and say, hey, guess what? We're going to facilitate, I want to say nationalized healthcare. We're going to facilitate nationalized healthcare, freeing up this money because you were currently out of a job because of AI, and now you've got this, debt issue. You have to worry about paying $2,000 a month for Cobra after you left your job fired you, whatever it is. That's where the government's got to come in and say, okay, if we're actually losing jobs, we're going to find ways to open up. We're going to close these doors, open up these doors, and we're going to provide these, these easements to assist with any kind of gap in pay, or overcharging for some form of like utility bill or something like that. Like, does cell phone bills really need to be this expensive? No, they don't. Does internet? Why is internet so cheap right now? Well, internet's cheap because there's a lot of people using it. Well, everybody uses cell phones, but everybody's cell phone bills are $500 something. It ain't made it no easier. So there's a lot of ways we can cut costs in other areas to where we don't need to make that much money, and where we don't have to have a full-time job at 40 hours a week making $50 an hour. We can have a half-time job making $40 an hour and actually enjoy the life, because we can automate some of our workload. Because right now, what people are doing is they're faking it so they make it. They have a full-time job, they're only working half-time, billing for those full-time hours. But realistically, it's not taking them that long, because maybe they may be using that automated process. And if you start shining a light on that, it's going to make those people mad. But realistically, we got to evolve. And we automate, my oven turns on, bakes for so long. I tell my oven to completely turn off or turn down to 350 after so many minutes, whatever. I mean, we have automated processes now, but I don't know. It's once you could start, here's the problem: you got software that creates software. You got robots that create robots. Now you're gonna have software that creates software. That's gonna be kind of interesting. So,
Yep.
And I like how Chat GPT's been cut off from the world since September 2021, because it's not. They don't want to be like Megan and just have access to everything.
Yep. Well, so to wrap this up, guys, drop the comments below. Let us know what you think of AI. If you think AI is great, great. If you think AI is bad, let's put it out.
AI is bad.
AI is bad, says Darth Vader. Yep, I believe the AI has a lot of good benefits. I think it's got a lot of good potential. I think there's a lot of parameters that surround AI, like the restrictions and things like that, that kind of hinder the evolution of it. And I definitely believe that it could hinder us as a whole in society better than help us. But it's
They
definitely
put the libraries out of business, man. I mean, it's gonna be like Google putting the libraries out of business.
Yep. It's going to be
We don't
interesting.
need libraries anymore. We'll figure it out.
Yep. Well, stay tuned, guys, for more content coming from your guys, Jeff and Sean. Control Alt Delete hashtag DDIT. The first word in technology. First word. Portfolio.
Insurance.
Computers.
Security.
Security.
Black
leather gloves.
Subscribers. Possibly you.
Control Alt Delete hashtag DDIT. The first word in technology. First word. Portfolios.
Insurance. All right, let's go. Let's go.
got the script.
Let's go.
Let's leave it
Okay.
recording.
All right, go.
All right, so here we go. Control Alt Delete. Hashtag DDIT. The first word in technology. First word. Portfolios.
Insurance.
Computers.
Security.
Black leather gloves.
Okay.
I can't turn the light
All
on.
right, as soon as you say security,
Uh,
as soon as you see my hand going up, we'll do black leather gloves. Okay, go.
All right, hold on.
Here, you here.
Let me close.
We'll just come up with it.
I close it.
Just like come up with that. Let's both come up with it. Like you'll say computer.
Computers. That's good. That's
All right,
actually
get
good.
your other hand on that.
All right, ready?
All right, that's good.
All right.
This is pretty
All right.
good. Okay, bring it down.
Hold on. There we go. Ready?
No, wait, no,
All right,
no.
so.
All right, go.
Control Alt Delete. Hashtag DDIT. The first word in technology. First word. Portfolios.
Insurance.
Computers.
Security. Oh, I forgot the computers.
Computers.
Forgot the computers. Let's do it again.
Yeah. All right. Ready? All right.